Welcome to another Empires and Puzzles Books video. Today we're going to be talking about improving board position. Whether you're playing full mono, 4-1, 3-2, 2-2-1, on some level your attack should have some stacked colors for maximum potential attack damage. That said, we're all going to be hunting for certain elemental tiles. And let's say we have that pretty decent starting board. Maybe it's even looks like a good or a great starting board that pops out with a bunch of tiles that are in our chosen color. The question is, what do you do with those? Are you making those matches right away and trying to kill an enemy or build up mana? Or are you taking a moment to pause and see if there's a way to improve that already good board and make it an amazing board? That's what we're going to be addressing today. All right, to discuss this improving board position concept, we're going to be looking at 6 different games today. So this first game is a mono fire attack against a Taloria tank. We're probably 1 or 2 moves into this match, and there is 10 fire tiles on the board, which is a great place to be if you're mono. But let's look at what our real options are here. A novice player might jump on those fire tiles and get excited that they're there and start making matches and just kind of recklessly see what happens. So let's explore what would happen if we just made the obvious matches to start with. Well, the first match we could make is in the second column. We can match those 3 fire tiles in a row going straight up towards Marjana. They'll do some damage to her, give some mana to our team, but they're not going to kill Marjana. That would leave 3 remaining tiles in a horizontal match directly below Taloria. So make those 3. That's going to do some damage to Taloria, most likely not going to kill her. And now we've just used up 6 of our 10 fire tiles. Built some mana on our team. Gravemaker, he'll be full mana with 6 tiles. But where's the rest of the board? If no other fire tiles come up, I'm going to end up with 1 fire tile in the first column, 1 fire tile in the middle column, 1 fire tile in the very last column, and 1 in the second to last column. So I'll have 4 fire tiles on the board that are nowhere near each other, and my prospects of making another match are going to be pretty slim. All right, let's look at a second option. I could just do the horizontal match with the 4 fire tiles. Just bring that 1 down below Taloria, and that'll immediately make a dragon coin, a dragon shield there, and those are always great to make, right? So that's 4 tiles matched. Only 3 are going to hit Taloria, so they're not going to kill her. 1's going to hit Marjana. And where am I going to be left? I'm going to end up having 2 loose, unconnected fire tiles in the first column. I will have 1 at the top of the second column. In the middle column, I'll have that dragon coin that's separated by a holy down to the next fire, and then a random fire in the second to last column and the very last column. So I'll still have some fire on the board, but they're not going to be connected in any way. So that doesn't seem like a real great move to me. So the move I chose to make, which may seem a bit bold or risky, but let me explain why I didn't feel that it was. The move that I'm going to make here is matching the 3 nature tiles in the third column. By moving that nature from the center to the third, pushes a fire tile directly under Taloria. It does not disrupt the possibility of those 3 fire tiles in the second column going up to Marjana. I still leave open the option of sending up 3 fire tiles directly into Taloria. But what it does is those nature tiles will open up that column in the third column and allow the potentiality that other fire tiles can come up. Those 3 tiles are not going to get Taloria to max mana. The move is most likely not going to risk adding mana to anybody else on the defense team. So it's kind of a safe move just to see if I can improve board position. Generally when I'm in these positions, I don't want to touch my chosen color. I'm looking to touch the nature, the dark, the holies, the ice, something other than fire, to see if I can do a significant board movement without giving too much mana to the enemy and give me the chance to improve board positions. Let's make that move now and see how it turned out. Not too bad. We had 1 extra fire tile come up that third column, which happened to be perfectly aligned to now be able to make a 4 fire shield match. in that center column, which is going to be more than enough to kill Taloria. Still get my dragon coin out of the deal. Still have my 3 fire tiles for the second column to go up towards Marjana. Starting to get my heroes matted up, and this will be a pretty good position to be in for the rest of this match. Now, this is our second game that we're going to look at. This is the opening board. Again, fire mono team going against a Taloria tank, and a decent amount of fire tiles right there in the center of the board. And once again, there's a number of fire tile matches that I could make. But if I make those, if you really analyze them, where am I going to be left? I might be able to do the match 3 down on the bottom row and send 2 tiles up to Taloria, and then do the next match 3 up and send 2 tiles to Taloria. Those 4 tiles would most likely kill her. But where would I end up? At the end of that, I'll have Gravemaker matted up, potentially no fire tiles in the center of the board, and just those 3 that are not connected up in the top right corner. As this is the beginning of the game, I have 1, 2, 3, sometimes even 4 moves that I can negotiate the board before the enemy has some mana and I got to worry about a counterattack going on. So I'm going to look at improving board position here. Now my move here is actually not the one that I would normally make if I would have taken a moment longer to analyze it. I think the correct first move here would be doing the 3 ice tiles in that 5th column. Why? Because that would give me 2 opportunities to make a fire diamond if a fire diamond comes up as the 2nd or 3rd tile when those ice tiles go up. I could make an L-shaped diamond from the 3rd column down and across the bottom if it's the last tile. And if it's the 2nd to last tile, there's a T-shaped fire diamond that I can make right in the middle of the board underneath Taloria. I chose to go a different direction. I went ahead with the 3 nature tiles going across that kind of block of fire I have, just pulling them up. That does give the opportunity for 1 fire diamond if the middle of those 3 pulls a fire tile up. So there's a 1 in 5 chance that that would happen. As you will see, that does not happen. And then what I end up doing is doing the next match that I just described, which was the 3 ice tiles in the 5th column. And that does bring the needed tile does bring up the needed tile to make that fire diamond and ultimately change the course of this game. Starting board here on game 3. This is a really amazing starting board for a mono team. 10 holy tiles for my holy heroes, a variety of matches. I could do either a 3 or a 4 connection in that 2nd column, which will most certainly kill Regard and give me plenty of options. But if I slow down and look at this board and take my time, the game just started. The enemy does not have any mana built. I have a few turns that I can try to make this really excellent board even better. So the thing that jumps out at me is the 3 holy tiles in that 2nd column with just the 1 holy tile from the 3rd column are just right to make a diamond. All I need to do is pull 1 holy tile up in that 1st column, and I have at least 1 shot to do that with connecting those 3 fire tiles. Again, the key to improving board position is not to touch your chosen color, touch the other colors and see if you improve the chances that more of your tiles are going to show up. I mean, realistically, every tile you send up the board, I send those 3 fires up, that's 3 chances that I have a 1 in 5 chance of adding another holy to the board. So if I do that and a holy ends up just on the 2nd square, what people would refer to as A2, that would be a holy diamond. If it ends up in A3, the middle one in that 1st column, that would be a diamond. There's a lot of potential here if I can just get that 1 holy tile up to make that connection. So why don't we try that and see what happens? Can we improve this board position? And there's the diamond we were looking for. Great way to improve an already amazing board. Game number 4. This is really great. We have 11 fire tiles starting out on this board. But again, it's the beginning of the game. There is no rush to jump on these fire tiles. Why not see if we can improve this? With this many tiles, it's just ripe to find a diamond. It's just a matter of making it. Now, as I've been saying, I always look at the colors that are not my chosen colors first. All those nature tiles on this board, all those holy tiles, I'm looking to see if there's any creative way to move those around that'll significantly improve this board position. One of the things that jumped out at me is my fire tiles are pretty much all connected except the 2 in the top left corner. Directly below that, I have the ability to make that nature dragon shield. I make that dragon shield is going to go right up to those 2 fire tiles. So no matter what happens on the rest of the board, I know I can always click that dragon to take out those 2 fire tiles. So it's an easy way to eliminate 2 tiles that are not connected to the rest of the group. Doing that 4 chain up the second column also opens that entire column for potential fire tiles to come up and make a good match for me. And I'm only risking putting mana on one of the enemy heroes with Jamisha there in the second column. So let's see how that plays out, and let's see if it works. Do we get a fire tile? Alright, no such luck. No fire tile came up in that second column, but it's okay. We are just at still the start of the game. We have 2-3 more moves that we can try to improve this position before I got to worry about the enemy getting to full mana. My eye's really on Kashrek right there in the center of the board. He goes off, it's going to be a pain for my fire team, so I do want to make sure that I have plenty of time to take him out. So my eye immediately jumps to the color that's in the minority here, which is the dark. They can't be connected, and then the next one is the ice. If I can connect those ice tiles, that's going to pull the board up a bit. I see that automatically is going to connect 3 holy tiles, so I'm going to eliminate at least 6 tiles. Each one of those tiles that gets eliminated is a 1 in 5 chance, 20% chance that a fire tile is going to come up. Well, if I was moving 5 tiles and it was a 20% chance, mathematically I'd have at least 1 fire tile coming up. The fact that I'm moving 6 tiles means I'm mathematically almost guaranteed in the average to get at least 1 more fire tile on this board. Will that hold out? Will I get at least 1 more fire tile with making this match? Let's see what happens. There you go, pulled up 1. And what a 1 it was. And there's a second that came after the diamond was formed. Perfect. Okay, board number 5 of 6. Again, starting board with the fire team again. And we're still looking pretty good with 9 of our tiles on the board. The goal is always to improve that position, though. So the thing that catches my eye, again, is that center column with the 3 nature tiles. Each of those 3 tiles are going to have a 20% chance of bringing up a fire tile, and 2 of those 3 spots will give me a fire diamond right off the bat. So if I had a fire tile right in the center of the board where that ice shield is right now, if that was a fire shield, I'd be able to move that to the left and make a diamond. And if it was on the nature shield below the ice shield, on the second row, I would be able to pull up the fire tile that's in the bottom row of the second column and move that one up and make a diamond. So I'm visualizing that diamond already. It's the beginning of the game. I have 2, 3, 4 moves to make to improve this position. Granted, right now I could just make the 3 connection or 4 connection in the second column and kill Peters, but the question I always have is what will I be left after I make that move? Sure, I'll be in a 5 against 4 fight and the odds are in my favor, but do I have more moves after that? Are there tiles still available? I don't want to give up what I got until I can improve it as much as possible before I get to the point where I have to hit the go button and I'm worried about the enemy starting to fire on me. So let's go ahead and make that 3 match with the nature in the center, and let's see what happens. Perfect. Look at those fire tiles come up. I got my fire diamond, and we're going to be able to really launch into a hard attack now against all those nature heroes. Game over. All right, this is our 6th and last board. This was the opening screen from one of my war matches this past weekend. And the first move was pretty creative and definitely changed the course of this match. So I have my dark heroes lined up against a Taloria tank. I chose my darks because there is 2 holies on the other side. If the defender doubles up on any hero, I tend to mono against whatever the doubled element is. So since they have 2 holies, I came with my whole dark team here. So opening board, I'm going to go ahead and pause this one and give you time to see if you can figure out what my first move would be, considering the things that I explained in the first 5 scenarios. I'm going to give you a good 30 seconds or so to look at this board. If you don't want to wait, go ahead and just advance the video so you can hear the solution. As I said a number of times, I'm going to be looking at the colors that are not on my mono team to eliminate those from the board to increase the probability of my chosen color from populating more of the screen. Now, I don't know that I explained this as well earlier, but I always look at the color that's in the minority because that will leave the other colors in greater numbers so I can make more matches off of those. So for example, on this board, there's only 4 nature tiles, there's only 4 fire tiles, but there's a pile of holy and ice tiles. So if I eliminate some of the nature or the fire, that'll increase the chances that I can make bigger connections, bigger combinations with those holy and ice tiles to get them out of the way to make room for my darks. So my brain immediately is going to nature or fire. I only have 1 nature combination I can make. It's at the bottom of the board, which does not usually provide a good opportunity for a cascade. So my brain goes up to the top of the board, and boy, is it attractive to make that 4 match with the fire. But that is a trap, and we got to watch that because we want to jump at those diamonds and those dragons sometimes because they're so great to make and are so fun to set off, but they're often not the best move. And I really took a moment to look at this. If you notice, if I move just the fire tile on the left 1 square over the right and just make the 3 match, that's going to pull up the row, the tiles below, by 1 row, which means I'm also going to simultaneously make that nature match. So I'm getting rid of the 2 minority colors on the board, the fire and the green, in 1 move. I'm going to eliminate 3 of the 4 fire and 3 of the 4 nature. That gives me ample opportunity to have some dark tiles populate this board. If no other combinations happen, that's six tiles being taken out on the first move. And again, mathematically, I'm almost mathematically guaranteed to get at least 1 dark tile. So let's make that move and let's see if that math works out again. There's 1 dark, there's a 2nd dark, and now I have my dark diamond that I would love to see. Do you see the dark diamond? If you don't, pause the video now until you can find that dark diamond. And if you're having trouble finding it, watch my last video from last week on how to find diamonds. Let's take a look at this dark diamond now. Right in the center of the board, takes out Taloria with all dark tiles. This is pretty much game over. Hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you're mono 3, 2, 4, 1, don't jump at your color right away. Take a breath, take a minute, see if you can find a way to improve your board. Good luck. Have great tiles. Enjoy your game.